Let's welcome back to the show from House Foreign Affairs, Congressman Greg Steube. Congressman, it's great to have you on. Congressman, what was your reaction to that report?
Well, my first reaction is the majority, if not all, of those cities that Mike talked about are all democratically run cities where you have left-leaning prosecutors who don't want to prosecute for crimes, that have defunded police departments or have detrodden their police departments. And you have a situation where police departments don't want to go out to work because they know that the prosecutors aren't supporting them when they charge people with a crime. It's a vicious cycle that leads to more and more criminals doing crime and not doing the time.
So, Congressman, we had New York Times columnist Paul Krugman. He tried to downplay the 2020 riots that killed 30 people, destroyed up to $2 billion in businesses. They attacked federal buildings, courthouses. They injured more than 2,000 cops. Let's watch this.
Can I clarify, Paul? That's because whenever we're talking about the January 6 hearings, the likes of Sean Hannity always say, well, why aren't you investigating the summer of 2020 riots? That's what they say basically every day.
Yeah, and you're in Manhattan, right? I mean, you know that there it is not a burned out shell. This just never happened, but they're told that it did.
So he's saying because he's in Manhattan, what you and I just talked about never happened.
Well, what's frustrating with that is, as a Republican lawmaker, we have had request after request to the DOJ on left-leaning liberal activists who have attacked, say, the Department of Interior, all these courthouses that were attacked over the summer of 2020, and we get no response from them. Yet you hear every day of January 6 people being prosecuted for the crimes that they committed. And again, if they committed a crime, they should stand for that. But also the people that committed crimes from left-leaning organizations should also stand for that. And we have a politicized DOJ who is not prosecuting left-leaning organizations and people and letting those individuals go. And the American people are smarter than that, and they see exactly what's happening all across America, crime going up, murder rates going up, and in November there's going to be an accountability for all these soft on crime policies in all of these cities and states across the nation.
And then there's this too, Congressman, liberal billionaire George Soros. He's trying to downplay his decade-long effort to put in and install weak on crime far left DAs and prosecutors. He's now saying in a Wall Street Journal op-ed, don't blame me for the crime wave hitting America's largest U.S. cities. He cites research in it, but doesn't say where the research came from. It was a really weak op-ed.
Well, you know it's bad when George Soros has to write an op-ed in the Wall Street Journal to try to explain his policies because he's getting so much pressure even from his own side that it's obviously not working. We know for a fact that soft on crime prosecutors that he has supported have allowed for criminals to go back on the streets who have then committed more crime, some in which have committed murder, some in which have committed crimes against law enforcement officers and even killed law enforcement officers because they've been let out on bail and all these other policies. It is not the American way. If you have committed crime in this country, there has to be a penalty for that crime. And until we start having justice, equal justice in this country, the American people are going to see continually what's going on, and there's going to be accountability in the ballot box in November.
I think Leo Terrell would agree with you. Let's listen to this. Watch.
George Soros is doubling down, he said. And let me tell you right now, George Soros controls every Democratic city criminal justice system. You know why? Because he's providing the money to George Gascon, to Alvin Bragg, to Kim Foxx. He's giving them the money to run their office. Democratic politicians turn their back towards crime because they're taking their marching orders from George Soros.
In Congress, do you hear any Democrat talk about crime?
No, of course not. They're too busy. The biggest thing they're talking about right now is they want another $800 billion raising taxes during an inflationary economy and a recession. They're not talking about crime that's affecting everyday Americans. They want to put more money to the Green New Deal climate change agenda and raise your taxes in a recessionary economy, not fighting what the American people want us to fight.
Congressman Steube, a pleasure having you on. Thanks for joining us.